morning everyone, welcome to Coffee and Card. December 2021 we are, and we're on week 2, and I'm Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk, and we're using Nothing's Better Than coffee, cookies, cocktails and chocolate, of course. So this set was actually designed by one of my favourite YouTubers, Connie Stewart. That girl knows how to tie a bow. She's the one who taught me how to do it, and she's really good, worth checking out. Anyway, we're on week 2, so, and this is the card we're going to make today, and I've introduced some Wink of Stella to this card, so not sure if you can see on camera. Just trying to, yeah, I think you can just get it occasionally. It's just flickering, so it's just a subtle glitter effect. So I've used it on the front of the card, and I've used it inside the card as well, just to give it a little bit more bling. And the card base I've given you this time is black, so you can use any colour you want, because they will all go whatever colour you want to use. And if you don't want to use cocktails, you can use the coffee cup, you could use the chocolates, you could use the cookies. This sort of card will work for any of the stamps in the set. So let's get started. Right. Okay, so in your kit you've got a couple of pieces of white card. So this is your central motif here, and then you've got 2 pieces, one for the inside, one for the outside, the backing for your central motif, and then you've got a card blank and an envelope. So, right, so we'll get the stamping done first, so we'll need all 3 white bits for that. So, and I've got all my stamps already on blocks. I don't need that. And I'm going to start with the cocktail stamp, and as you can see I've actually put one on the inside, so I'm just going to stamp that in the Memento black. So just one on the inside there. So just inking up my stamp and just popping that in the corner. There we go. And then we need 3 from the front, for the front here. So what I did was I did 1 roughly in the middle, and then 1 either side, more or less level. But they are sort of a slightly cartoony glass, so they don't have to be perfectly level. And then I'm going to add my cocktail stamp to this. So just checking it is cocktails, just towards the top there, again in the middle. Okay. Aha! My son has pinched my cloth. Right. Just stamp it off on here for now and clean everything later. It's hard, isn't it? Because, you know, the teenager is actually cleaning with the cloth I use to clean my stamps, and you shouldn't moan about a teenager cleaning. Right, and then I'm going to do the background for the main card. And I have literally just randomly stamped some cocktail glasses, bearing in mind that most of the central image is going to be covered. So I've sort of done them more so that you can see them round the outside. On there. Put that one on this corner. I think I'm just going to have the bottom of a glass coming in here, just to fill that gap there. So I'll try and get most of a glass on this side here, and then we're coming in at the bottom. Oh, sorry, I've got my iPad's not on silent. Whoops. And also not fully inking my stamps. Okay, so I'm just being aware that, you know, mostly what you're going to see here is the edges. Okay, as they say, if you don't know where the next one's going, you've probably finished. Yep. So again, I'm just going to stamp that off and put it to the side. And now we're going to add some colours. So I'm just going to check, because I've got a bit of a gap here, but it is actually going to cover it, so I don't need to put anything else in that gap there. Right, so now we're going to do some stamping with some colours. Okay, and I think I'm going to go with some similar colours. So on this one, I'm actually going to go for pinks. I was going to go for yellows, but I do want to use my Daffodil Delight for my lemon, or even my Mango Melody. So we're going to have a Memento Madness Polished Pink, and do we think a Blushing Bride? What do we think? They're pretty, aren't they? And because I haven't got my cloth with me, this is a tip, I'm going to stamp the Blushing Bride first, then the Polished Pink, then the Magenta Madness, so that if there is any ink left on my stamp, it doesn't matter. So learning as we go. Right. And here's your stamp with the ice cubes in. I love the way that it's got the white space in this stamp. I think it looks really cute. So I'm going to put the Blushing Bride in the middle. Lovely new juicy stamp. So I'm just lining it up with the image that I've already stamped. And there we go. So get most of that off. And then go for my Polished Pink. So you can either do like multiple tones like I've done here, or a more monochromatic card like I'm doing this time. The world is your oyster, and let's face it, they do cocktails in all sorts of colours these days. Okay, so that's my Magenta Madness. No, that's my Polished Pink. Just cleaning that off, and then we'll do the Magenta Madness here. There we go. And that just goes in there. There we go. So 3 lovely pink cocktails there. And then I think I'll stick with Magenta Madness for the inside as well. I'm quite liking all the pinks actually. I mean, I do like that with all different colours, but I do like all the pinks. There we go. Wow, that looks lovely and rich, doesn't it? Keep reaching for the cloth that's not there. One thing I do like about the Stampin' Up colours as well, which I've just noticed as I'm doing that, and I'll just show you quickly on here. So if you stamp first generation, second generation, third generation, and you're still getting lots and lots of ink. Will it do a fourth? Bit too pale for this one, but they're lovely lilac colours, these two. And so it's like you've almost got 3 separate ink pads there. Just by stamping them off, you're getting colours that match. So we could have done that. We could have done 1, 2, 3. Getting, you know, just use the 1 ink pad and got paler and paler and paler. So lovely. Right. I'll just pop these ones away. Sheesh. Somebody's guessing. They're not in the right order. Not happy lady. Polished Pink. There we go. And I'm going to get my Misty Moonlight out to do the umbrellas. And we've got our Daffodil Delight for our lemons. So just get my lemon stamp first. That's a half circle stamp is for the lemon. And so it's quite a cartoony, quite a loose stamp set, so it doesn't match exactly. So we're just stamping these. And then I'm going to get my Misty Moonlight to do my umbrellas. Ah, forgot the lemon in the inside. I'll come back to that in a sec. So, And again, we're just positioning that on the umbrellas, on the cocktail umbrellas. Not exact, it doesn't fill it completely. But I like the way it does that. I think it looks really nice. Okay, so where's the lemon gone? There it is. Right, it's quite a quick, simple card. Just need your stamp set, some paper and some ink. They call it at stamping a SIP, stamps, ink and paper. That's all you need to make some beautiful cards. Although I think we'd call it cards really, wouldn't we? Which would be SIP, stamps, ink and paper. I waffle. Right, I still managed to forget my umbrella. There we go. Now this is when the Wink of Stella comes in. So the Wink of Stella is a liquid that's got glitter in it, and I like my glitter controlled. I hate getting glitter all over the place. I always feel like I'm breathing it in if I'm using loose glitter, but I love this because the glitter's actually in the pen. You can see it's just coming through there, and you just paint it on. So I am just adding glitter where I want to add it. You do have to be careful, you don't want to keep going over places because it will slightly dissolve the ink. You can see the ice cube bits getting a little pinker. So, and I've just wiped a little bit off just to make sure that I'm not carrying that ink across to the next colour. So again, I'm going to start on the light one, and you just literally just covering it with the brush. Those of you who did the Stella birthday copying card have one of these because it was part of the kit. So there we go, and then the final magenta Madness one. You can see this one is spreading more the ink. It's definitely getting pink tinges onto the white. But it's such a rich colour, no surprises. Okay, so if you can just see on there, I've just got the faintest amount, quite a subtle effect, but it just makes it all a little bit more sparkly. Okay, so now we're going to pop the card together. Now on this one I just popped that flat on there. Injured, it's got some black on it, but this one I'm going to actually pop up the central bit. So while that's drying, this is drying, I'll just pop the front of the card on. Okay, so get my glue out. Trusty Tombow. I've been away for the weekend, so it might be blocked. Nope, it's flowing nicely. So those who are friends on Facebook will see I was actually away at a dance competition on Saturday and Sunday, and my mark did fabulously well. So proud of him. All of them, I should say. Right, so that just sticks down on the front. You can do this with any sort of image stamp that you want. Just make a background using the stamp and then make a focal image. Just put that on there. I'll get some dimensionals out. I don't want one of these. It's a full-sized one. So the number of dimensionals I put on varies depending on what I'm going to do with the card. If I'm going to send it through the post, I probably would have put more on. But if I'm just going to send it or hand it to someone, then you don't need as many. Right, and there we go. Okay, and then I'll add the other in the middle there. Now, those of you who've bought the dies as well, as I've done, well, as I did last week and we'll do this week as well, I have stepped it up a bit. So if you've got the dies, then you can cut out, stamp and cut out one of the cocktails, and then I'm just going to add this to the middle just for a little bit of extra texture, a bit extra wow. So, and I'm just going to stick that over the original one. There we go. So that you've just got that one raised up in the middle there, that if you've got the die set you can do that too. So there you go. That's week 2 of this month's Coffee and Card. Still available if anybody wants to buy it at the moment. So just let me know. There's a link in the description down below. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, shortly there'll be a little circle with my lovely face in it coming about here. And if you click on that, you can subscribe. And if you click on the little bell, you'll also be notified of any new videos I do. So take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.